Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Solomon and thank you very much for clicking. In today's video, me and you are going to learn how we can design this amazing certificate in Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator. Okay, so if you don't know how to use Adobe Illustrator, I have a full course on it. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to check it out. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started in this video. Alright, so we are going to develop everything that you can see here from scratch. Okay, and maybe we are going to also in another video learn how to design this logo. Okay, so let's create a new document. Ctrl+N to create a new document. I'll select A4 and make sure landscape is set, and I'll click on create. Okay, so a new canvas is going to open for us. So first of all, we are going to develop this background, and I have a resource file that I'm going to use, so let me open that. So with the resource files, I downloaded these from the internet. Okay, Google, I just searched for lines and I got this one. So I'm going to use one of these. I'm going to click and drag this one into Adobe Illustrator. Okay, and I'm going to open this guy here. And this is also a cloth design that I did in Adobe Illustrator. If you guys want to know how to design cloth using Adobe Illustrator, then let me know in the comment section so that in the future I'm going to do a video about it. So let me delete this one and try to open it again. And this time around, I'm going to open it on a different tab. Okay, and at the end of the video too, I'm going to leave a link to this PSD file so that you can also have access to it, but you have to pay for it. Okay, but I'll leave the link in the description below for you guys to download the source file so that you can also follow along with me. So in Adobe Illustrator, I'm going to use one of these lines. So let me open my trace image tracer. Okay, so this is it. If you don't have it on your Illustrator, just go to Windows and you are going to see image trace over here. So I'm just going to click on it. It's going to open, and then also I'm going to click on advanced to open that. Then I'll make sure ignore white backgrounds, check, and I'll click on trace over here. All right, so with this one you can see that some of the line is broken, and also I want this one, it's not perfect like how it was before. So I'll go to my threshold over here, click and drag this one here, and you can see that the line you can see that the line is now good, so you can still continue to like your satisfaction. I think I will maintain the first one, or let's maintain this one. Then from here I'm going to expand this guy over here. So when we go up here, you can expand, and then right click and ungroup this guy. So I'm going to select only this one. Let's use this one, and I'll bring it outside, or let me remove or move all of these guys from here and bring this one here. Then from here I want this one to be a bit longer, so I'm going to make a duplicate. You can hold down the Alt key like we do it in Adobe Photoshop, click and drag to make the duplicate, and then rotate this guy. So when I come to the edge over here, we can click and rotate this guy here. You can also hold down the Shift key to keep it in proportion. Then from here I'm going to click and drag this guy to try to make this one align with that. So let's move it a bit backwards, and I think I'm okay with it for now. So I'll zoom out and then select this line. Then we can merge them, or let's make a duplicate, and make sure you check the interval that you are making a duplicate. Then from here click on Ctrl D to repeat that several times like how you want it. That is why you should start learning Adobe Illustrator, because it makes your life so much easier. Then from here I'll click and drag to select all of them and click that into Photoshop. So this is what I'm going to use for my background. You can as well do this one in Photoshop, but it's going to take you so much time, and also it's going to take you so much time. That's what I'm trying to say. From here I'll click and make this one bigger, just like this. and reduce the opacity to maybe 5%. I think I'm okay with a 5%. So this is going to be the background. You can group it and name it as maybe background. Okay, as simple as ABC. Then I'm going to lock this guy over here. From here, we are also going to try to develop the lines over here. So let's go back to Adobe Illustrator to do that. So within Adobe Illustrator, I'm going to select my shapes tool, and then with this one I'm going to select the rounded rectangular shape. Okay, then with this one I'm going to also bring this guy a little down like this. So let's check this one. I think we are almost there. Okay, so from here I'll make it a little bigger, and let's see what we have here. I think it's okay for me, and I will rotate this guy holding down the shift key, and boom. If you are not satisfied with it, you can as well control here. So I think I am okay with this one. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click and drag this one into Photoshop and open that one here. So once it's done loading, it's going to be something like this. So this is what we are trying to do, and this is what we have. Okay, so I think we are getting there. So all we need to do is to make this one a bit bigger and position this guy here. Then I'll go back to Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to make a duplicate of this one. So let's make a duplicate, zoom back in, and with this one I'm going to change this one from fill to stroke. So we just have to click on swap this one so that it's going to fill the outside for you. Then from here at the top here, I'm using the Essential Classic. Okay, so we are going to have these guys over here. Then let's increase this just like this. Okay, and I'll click and drag this one into Photoshop. You can as well do all of this in Photoshop, but doing it in Adobe Illustrator make your life so easier. Okay, so I'm going to click and drag this guy here, and let's apply the stroke on it for us to see the result. So this is the stroke that we are going to add to it, and I have saved that one here. So I'll click on it just like that. Okay, and let's change this one to, I think, this guy, and change this one to 90. And we can also change the reverse, so if you want to have it at the top or down. Okay, let me as well open the color stop for you guys to see the color code. So this is the first one, and this is the second color code as well. All right, from here you can position this guy here, and boom. Then from here I'll go back to Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to also make a duplicate of this guy here, and with this shape selected, I'm going to reduce this one all the way to, let's say, 2%. So I just want to have this one as tiny like we have it over here. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do over there. And the reason why I'm doing it in Adobe Illustrator is that it's going to make my life easier when I'm duplicating these guys. Okay, okay, so from here I think I'm okay with it. I will select that. Okay, then I will click on Ctrl C, or let's go to Edit, C to copy. Then I'm going to paste it. So go to Edit and paste in place. Okay, so note down the shortcut. The shortcut is Ctrl Shift V. So just click on that, and when I try to reduce it, you can see that it is 2 now. Okay, so let me do it again. I'll hold down the Shift and the Alt key to keep it in proportion. All right, okay, then from here Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl Shift V to paste, and then let's reduce it once more. So I'm going to continue to do this. Okay, so you can see how it is going. So let me start for you guys to understand. So first of all, I'll make a copy of this one, Ctrl C to copy. Then I'm going to paste it in place, Ctrl Shift V to paste, and I'm going to reduce the size. Then I'll click on Ctrl C to copy, and I'll click on Ctrl D to make a duplicate. Okay, and Control Shift V to paste the first one. So with this one, to Control C to copy, then Control Shift V to paste, and click on Control D to paste. So I'm going to continue to do this process until I'm okay with the final result. Alright, so this is the final result of what I want. Then from here, I'll select all of them, click and drag it into Photoshop, okay? And boom, just as simple as ABC. I'm going to leave it in Photoshop just like this one, and click on this to accept changes. Then from here, go to Effects and apply a color overlay. So I'm going to apply a white fill on it. So this is the white fill, and I'll move this guy all the way here just like this, and reduce the opacity to maybe 10% or let's say 15%. Then from here, with this shape selected, I'm going to apply this nice gradient that you can see over here. So go to Effects over here and select Gradient Overlay. So with a Gradient Overlay, I'll go all the way down here, and I'm going to use this. I'll click on OK, and I'm going to change this one from linear to radial just like this, and click on this to reverse it, and you can move the gradient in real time just like this. So let's position it here, and boom, you can see we are almost there. Then from here, we are just going to draw some other shapes as well, just like this ones, and conclude this design. So I'll make a duplicate of this, reduce the size, okay, and I'm going to position this guy here just like this, and then I'm going to change the color fill using this one. So let's open the gradient overlay and apply a new gradient on it. Alright, so I'm going to use this gradient, and I'll change this one to linear, and I think I can reverse it just like this. Click on OK, move it all the way down, and position it just like this. Then Ctrl C to copy and paste again. Then I'm going to move this guy here, double click on the gradient overlay to open that, and I'm going to change the gradient as well. Apply this gradient and click on OK. So you can see we have a little bit different. I can also add a bit of drop shadow to bring more difference in it, but I don't think I'm going to use the drop shadow, or we can use it by lowering the opacity from here. Okay, so you can see the opacity is almost down just like this, and click on OK. So you can see small we are getting there. So spend some time to align these guys. So the last thing that we are going to do here is also make a duplicate of this, and also apply the gradient on this one. So we can copy, right click and copy the color overlay from here. That's the layer style, and then paste the layer style on the shape. Make sure you have the shape selected, right click and then paste the layer style on it. And then I'll move it all the way down, and I'm going to position it just like this. Okay, so you can see small we are getting there. So I have to also position this guy very well just like this, or at least make it a bit bigger, so that I'm going to have it just the way I want it to be. Alright, then from here I'm going to make a duplicate of this guy here as well, make it small, and also position them here. So one is going to be here, and another one is also going to be here. I'll also make a duplicate of these, and one is also going to be here just like this. Okay, and with this one I'm going to apply this gradient overlay. So let's copy as always, and then select that and paste the gradient on it. Alright, so I think everything is cool now. I can also make another duplicate and bring that here. Then from here we can select everything, Ctrl G into group, and we can name this one as shape 1. So we are going to make a duplicate of this one. So let's click and drag this one all the way here to make a duplicate on the plus sign here, and then click and drag holding down the Control key. Then let's click on Ctrl T and right click on it, flip horizontal, okay, and like this. Then also flip horizontal and move this guy just like this. Okay, so we are almost there. Like, you have to also take your time to position these guys how you want it to be like. And voila, this is how it's going to look like at the end of the day. So you just have to open this guy and, you know, change the position or change the angle, like how it's looking like. Maybe you can just turn it up. If you want to do that, you can as well do this, and also apply the same effect just like this over here. So if we add all the other details that is left, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Until next time, keep creating and never give up.